Hello everybody, Brian here, quantlabs.net. Let's talk about direction and where crypto is going to go. First off, let's look at the markets because they're now heavily impacted by what's going on in the world with this potential conflict with Russia over Ukraine. Everything has been somewhat negative in the U.S. markets. The commodities are up, but namely here in crypto, it's up. Now, that doesn't mean we should go out and celebrate. A couple things to pay attention to is this is Ethereum hourly view. So it has bounced up from 2,500 over the last few hours to 2,600. But you could see here we've seen these kind of upswings, and then there's massive downward pressure. Well, here at least since the 16th of February. And I forgot, just so you know, it's 22nd of February, 5:15 Eastern Standard. And you can see here we have upswings, but doesn't mean it's going to continue to drift down. And obviously Bitcoin's another one as well. Here's a 15-minute chart. This one looks a little more solid than Ethereum, but that's on a 15-minute. But when you look at the hourly, let's see what it's saying here. It's similar pattern where you get upswings, this big one here, slight one here, and it could continue. And if you're on my private chat server and you're in the newsroom, you'll know all the chatter. It goes which way. Oh, it's going to go up, down, blah, blah, blah. You just don't know. So there's a couple of tools that I've developed over the years. One of them is this. And this is part of my system. Call it a bot for all the kiddies out there that want to get in with the trendy terms. But anyways, we measure the top 15 coins. So here in my database, we have here a weighted average of the top 15 coins. Now, of course, this changes, but really everything does move together. These are the top 15 coin moves. As well, it's negative right now. We log that just to measure overall direction of the weighted moving average of the top 15. We also have our temporary watch list. These are the ones that are performing right now. Again, some of them may perform, some of them may not. So as I've just launched my latest, let me just go back over to our store. Just so you know, I've now launched, it seems to work pretty good. I just tested it last night. You go to quantlabs.shop and you just go look for the monthly crypto reporting, advisory, whatever you want to call it. I'll clean this up just to give it better highlight under catalog. Just look for the Quant Analytics logo right here. There's a difference between the crypto and the ETF and Forex. So this right here, you could just access, and then you can just log in right here by using this checkout, not this one. Shopify doesn't allow subscriptions. So knowing all that, one thing I can add into that service, which if people knew how to interpret, is a simple technical analysis, which seems to work pretty good. I've shown you the ones that are moving, the general direction. Here's one as an example for these reports. We have a short potential for either XRP, KNC. What I really look for, if you're going to look for these and use this, is trend. I like stronger trending coins because that's been measured over the last few months. But to really convince yourself if you got something that's going to move over the next 24 hours, a lot of data here and charts, but to really bring it down, what you're looking for are the candlesticks. This is something unique that I built out. So we measure about 14 candlesticks looking for bearish or bullish signals, and it measures it around 7 o'clock my time. So this is from last night, so it's kind of old. If I wait till 8 o'clock, I get a better and run it and then get a better idea. But this is just to give you an idea that we are on the 22nd So here it's trying to predict that we will have a bullish bearish signal on the 21st, and then we have a bullish. So these two kind of wash each other out, but if you were to measure it, yeah, you would have gotten short. Another one that came up here, I just noticed, was XRP. Same idea, if you want. I also, if you want to get into the nitty gritty of the volume, and I've got a spreadsheet that does all this. But essentially, you just want positive trending. Like that's a really good one. You know, here a lot of people wait it out until the price crosses the trend line in green. In the meantime, you miss out on opportunities. You know, through this, I'm also trying to show you about Fibonacci levels as well. Traditionally, it used to work pretty good, but it's really random, so random. Like Fibonacci is really hard to say if it works or not. I wouldn't put a lot of emphasis on it, but generally, what I'm showing you that really works well is the two that I'm showing you, the trend and the moving average. Bullish 221 for last night. So if I'm to look at, and again, I'm using MotoWave for this. MotoWave in itself is so advanced. I've got all kinds of playlist stuff that you can experiment with and whatnot. But I'm just trying to give, we're getting a lot of newbie people coming in. So now here on the 21st, you see we have this bullish signal. Does that mean it was or it isn't right? Tough to say. But again, this is on an hourly basis. But generally, if you go down to a 15-minute chart, you know, you generally can see maybe something's brewing. But funny enough, this is the short side. I know in here I've got the longs as well. So if I pull up the long report right here, there's a few. I'm just going to show you a couple here that can help filter out which ones will move. So here we're going to look at XRP, which we just did, Tron, TRX, and SAND. Now SAND's a really good one. I think that this one can really do well. You can see here we had a sell cross. So when you have this purple and blue line cross, that's your buy and sell moving average lines. So when they cross, those are classic entries and exits. Probably very popular, very dependable, predictable. But again, in order to know if you got something that's working or not, the sand is good because it's got that positive trend. Okay, you know, and if you want to quantify it, just look at the steepness of that trend as well. Again, I've got spreadsheets I can provide all of that information, so this can really help determine how things are moving in the market, long term and short term. To do a bot, it's pretty hard for me to actually connect and get working. But yeah, I just like to give these top two tips probably to help people. But you see here, there's no moving average, there's no mention of any of the candlesticks in the sand at all. So you can easily determine that, well, actually there is one right here. No. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, here we go. So we detected a harmonic bullish pattern, sand. So let me see if we've got a report on that. No, we don't. Okay, so let me just pull up that chart anyways, see how that's looking. So usually we generate this every hour, I believe, every few hours. But you can see here we got this really, like you compare this steepness for earlier today at 281 up to, let's say, 318. You got better steepness, meaning more money on that upswing versus, let's say, Bitcoin. I mean, that's a decent move as well. But let me just break it down to 15 minutes. Actually, that's a pretty good one for Bitcoin as well. But this one's generated on sand, so it's a little more predictable. So if I compare it to Ethereum, let's see if that's the case too. it's similar, but the problem is here these volatile downswings. It's what it doesn't like, and if it's seeing those volatile downswings, it filters out those coins. So you just saw one in Ethereum, one in Bitcoin. Again, you see that downswing here. It's not as bad as in Ethereum, but here in Sand, it's not so bad. It's a little more steady, so the price is probably a little more stable for Sand. Okay, let's look at XRP, just to give you an educational background on when you start filtering out all this stuff, because this is important what this can help you do. So that's Sand. We can also go back to XRP. Apparently in the chatter, there's some documents that have been unsealed in the SEC lawsuit, so there's obviously a reaction to that price of XRP. Let's see here if that's going to be the case. So XRP, again, positive trend, and it came up in the short side as well, which is fine, but from my perspective, what we're looking for are convincing moving average signals, like those harmonic, those candlestick moves and alerts and detections that this thing will pick up. But again, I'm not. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Bullish again last night. Okay, so let's check that out. So we got XRP and Sand X. So again, depending upon your exchange of choice, if you're on a US based, obviously both of these are listed. These are big coins. XRP is not so strong. They're on the 15-minute chart, but the downswing's not as crazy as the other two big coins. So that might work. And the other coin that it listed here was Tron. So let's take a look at that. Now this can be kind of overwhelming process, but there's just so many ways to look at the market like this. Yeah, so Tron's here as well. This one I don't see a lot of, but it is got its upward trend. The price is way below the trend there, as you can see. So I don't think this would be a very convincing one. But these are displayed in order. Yeah, I'm not gonna. But Sand and XRP, I'd kind of maybe pay attention to. And that's it. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that again. I do put up private videos every day regarding this sort of education. I can add so many different types of documentation, the spreadsheet as well. So please take a look at this. It's very affordable, only under $50 per month. It will go up, but you will be permanently grandfathered into that rate if you choose it. The next price increase will come. We'll move it up to 50% at $67 per month. So as long as you stay in at that rate, you will be in there forever. So consider that strongly. If you're not into that, what you can do is check out our contact as well. So right here, and you can go to quantlabs.net/contact. So that's just one way to help determine using trend and moving average to help filter out potential signaling for potential entries, and do the reverse for the exit, but depends on your style as well. We shall leave it at that. Thanks for watching.